Why am I hosting the Unassuming podcast? Well, I believe that many of us sense that the world is on the brink of a radical change, perhaps even an apocalypse, as many of us joke. At the same time, our trust in our institutions like our government, our universities, and our media are at an all-time low, and deservedly so, in my opinion. With advances in AI happening so rapidly, much faster than anyone anticipated, how can we make sure that we're going to create a better world and not a worse one? Almost everything I read about a future with AI is dystopian. It's about how AI eventually becomes our oppressors. And if we want to avoid this fate, we have to imagine a world where AI creates utopia. Because if you can't imagine something, you can't create it, right? Everything starts here in the head with an idea. And if our ideas are all about how AI is going to ruin and destroy the world, then that's what's going to happen. And that's where this podcast comes in. Because I think what we need to do is change our perspectives about the world. We don't see the world the way it is. We filter our perception of the world through our beliefs. So that's where we have to start. We need to examine our beliefs and challenge our assumptions about everything, like our governance, our economic systems, our cultural norms, how and why people believe and behave the way they do. And then we can start seeing the world in a different way and start imagining a better future. And that's the purpose of the Unassuming podcast, to cast a critical eye at how we live today. And we do it using the ancient practice of dialogue, a practice that philosophers have been using for millennium. Why? Because this is something accessible to absolutely everyone, and anyone can participate in a discussion and a conversation with their peers. So the experiment we're conducting is, can a group of thoughtful people ask prescient questions about the way we live and arrive at meaningful insights? And I believe the answer to that question is yes. So join me, Karen Phelan, as I embark on a journey of inquiry and conversation. Together with my guests, we'll try to see the world in new ways. And I invite you to conduct these kinds of conversations in your own life, around the dinner table, on a walk, over coffee, because unless we all think better and have better ideas, we'll be stuck in the old patterns that no longer serve us. And isn't having a dialogue about how the world works way more interesting than arguing about politics?